Hi, I'm Daniela from Metal Product Management.
And I'm Lucas.
Today we are going to show you 10 reasons why you will love your Sonnet 2. Sonnet 2 is our latest audio processor for meta-cochlear implants. From adaptive intelligence to wireless connectivity, Sonnet 2 is packed with tons of new technology that's made for the best hearing experience possible.
Let's get started.
First, Sonnet 2 comes fully assembled in a hassle-free user kit with everything you need to get started. It's fully compatible with all our multi-channel cochlear implants, and this makes it easy for anyone to upgrade to our latest technology. Sonnet 2 has a sleek design that's made for all-day comfort in everyday life. With tons of color combinations, it's easy to match any style. And with the upgraded no-open design, you can easily change the microphone cover on a snap. Plus, you can instantly swap coil covers to blend in or stand out.
And how can you power Sonnet 2?
With the modular design, you can wear it your way. There are lightweight, easy-to-change rechargeable batteries, or you can go for up to 4 days with disposables. With activewear, you've got the lightest behind-the-ear wearing option available. And with babywear, you can clip the entire audio processor to clothing and make it ideal for infants. Speaking of children, Sonnet 2 is designed to deliver the highest level of child safety. It's tamper-proof right out of the box, and it has a locking battery cover, the durable coil cable locks on both sides, and with the DL coil link check, you can immediately confirm that Sonnet 2 is connected to the implant.
What else is built into Sonnet 2?
Well, it's for sure made for everyday life, so it's designed to handle rain, sweat.
What about swimming with Sonnet 2?
For swimming, we have the waterwear cover, and you can jump in the pool or swim in the ocean.
And how do you change settings on Sonnet 2?
Well, that's the great thing about Sonnet 2. You won't need to worry about changing any settings anymore. Sonnet 2 uses Automatic Sound Management 3.0 to adapt to changing listening environments. This means you won't need to change settings when your surroundings change.
Like walking into a busy restaurant or going outside on a windy day.
Exactly. But it also helps cut out annoying background noises, like a constant fan noise or a sudden loud sound.
What if I want to change settings manually?
No problem. Of course, you can also have full control with the new Fine-Tuner Echo. It's a compact, easy-to-use remote control with a built-in display. The Fine-Tuner Echo is bidirectional. It allows you to see your current settings, including program, volume, connectivity, and it even has a low battery indicator right on the display. And that's an e-paper display, meaning it's easy to read even in bright sunlight.
Looks great, but what about users who don't want to carry a remote?
Well, I was expecting that question. For these users, we do have our Audio Key app, where you can control your Sonnet 2 user settings with iPhone or Android.
That will be very practical. Is there anything else that Audio Key does?
For sure. What's really exciting is the Guardian role. This unique feature lets you set multiple users' profiles for controlling one processor and vice versa. For example, as a parent, I could have full control over my child's audio processor, and you can easily control multiple audio processors from one Audio Key app only. If you want to be in the observer role, which provides you info on the listening state of the processor, you would just click here. So I could manage 2 children from one app, for example, or as a teacher, I could have an observer role for multiple students at the same time. But I could also set up custom controls for a guardian, like another parent or a sibling. Or I could even set up simple controls for a child to manage their own processor at school or on the go. This gives parents so much flexibility and security in managing their child's audio processor with the app. That's awesome.
That sounds very practical for parents and caretakers. Is there anything else in the Audio Key app?
There is. We have also added, for example, the Find My Processor functionality. It allows you to see where you last connected your Sonnet 2 to your phone. And we also have added My Stats, which gives you an overview of usage information from Sonnet 2, like which program you used or the daily usage time. And with Sonnet 2, we have even more powerful data logging. It can measure actual wearing time, input sound levels, or the listening environments. This detailed data will be displayed in our new MAESTRO 8 software.
Sounds good. But now the question on everyone's mind. Can I stream phone calls and music to my Sonnet 2?
Yes, there is one piece I didn't show you yet, the audio link. It allows you to stream phone calls right to your Sonnet 2. You can also connect to your favorite music or stream high-quality sound from your TV or tablet. But that's not all. AudioLink has a built-in microphone, so you can use it as a remote microphone too. This can really be helpful in busy meetings or for a clear sound in a classroom setting, for example.
Sounds great. Anything else?
Sure, we are just getting started. What really sets Sonnet 2 apart is that it's designed to deliver a sound quality that no other cochlear implant system can match. But for this part, I will turn over to Peter, my colleague.
Thank you very much, Daniela, for showing us the Sonnet 2 design.
Sure, thanks.
And welcome, Peter.
Hello, Lucas.
Could you introduce yourself?
Of course. I'm Peter Knopp, MEDEL's Director of Research for Signal Processing. I've been designing sound coding technology at MEDEL for more than 20 years now.
Great. Can you tell us what's going on inside Sonnet 2?
Well, Sonnet 2 has a brand new chipset that gives it the most powerful brain of any of our audio processors. With this powerful new hardware, we're able to integrate automatic sound management 3.0 with adaptive intelligence. Basically, adaptive intelligence detects your listening environment and then automatically applies the optimal front-end processing for that particular situation. This ensures that the cleanest signal is processed by the audio processor, which helps make it easier, for example, to follow a conversation, especially in challenging settings.
That will be very practical for everyday life, but what exactly is in ASM 3.0?
ASM 3.0 includes adaptive intelligence, which actively optimizes the settings of 4 of our technologies for challenging listening situations. Microphone directionality, which lets users easily focus on the sounds in front of them. Wind noise reduction, which does exactly what it sounds like. Ambient noise reduction, which reduces continuous ambient noises like a desk fan. And transient noise reduction that's designed to instantly attenuate sudden loud sounds like the clinging of dishes. Of course, ASM 3.0 also includes our very reliable dual-loop automatic gain control. This adapts volume levels to make loud sounds more comfortable and soft sounds easier to hear. And these settings are based on natural abilities of the human ear. So by following the design of nature, we're able to provide a more natural listening experience.
Sounds like a lot of technology. Is there anything else that helps to deliver these superior hearing outcomes?
Well, what's really important to remember is that a cochlear implant system is the combination of an audio processor and the implant. Essentially, the audio processor communicates with the implant, and the implant communicates with your natural auditory system. So you need the best possible connection to the auditory nerve, which is why we use long electrode arrays to cover the entire cochlea. And we combine this with our unique fine-hearing sound coding. This is the only sound coding that uses variable rate coding to mimic the natural sound coding in the cochlea.
So this is unique to MEDEL. Why does MEDEL do this differently? What's the benefit?
Yes, only MEDEL systems offer long electrode arrays and natural sound coding. The benefit is that you can achieve a much more natural pitch match in the cochlear for a much more natural sound quality. And that's a unique technology we have, natural sound coding and long electrode arrays that really sets our hearing experience on a whole new level. And this closest to natural sound quality goes beyond just speech understanding. It is very important for music appreciation, for using a hearing aid in the other ear, and really for the overall hearing experience.
So this unique technology helps Sonnet 2 to deliver the most natural sound quality.
Exactly. So whether you're streaming music or talking with a group of friends, you can enjoy that closest to natural sound quality wherever you go.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Peter.
My pleasure. And now let's turn over to the new MAESTRO software and to my colleague, Jen Robinson.
Welcome, Jen.
Hi, Lucas.
Could you introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Jen Robinson from Product Management, and I'm here to show you about the MAESTRO 8 system software.
That sounds great. So let's get started with MAESTRO 8.
Sounds great. The first thing that you should know about MAESTRO 8 is that we built it on MAESTRO 7. MAESTRO 7 was designed to be more intuitive, to be easier and faster, to help clinicians work through their day with less headache, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we've built on this with MAESTRO 8. This first part that I'm going to show you here is the new welcome screen. I can customize it to the individual. The other thing that I can see is I can quickly get an overview of my database of patients.
So that's not the default screen that we're seeing here, but your customized welcome screen.
Exactly. If I go through and look at, say, patients that have visited today, and I pull one patient up, I can see quickly an overview of what the patient is wearing and what testing I did last time that person was in.
So it helps you to remember, but also to guide you through your day.
Exactly. It has quick buttons up here to start either an intraoperative session or post-operative session. So for sake of showing you around the software, I'd like to show you the intraoperative. If I click intraoperative session, so if I click on Interoperative View, the session view works me through what steps I need to do in an intraoperative session.
So you can't forget anything and it easily guides you through the workflow.
Exactly. I start out with doing an impedance test, and then after the impedance test, I have objective measures that I can do intraoperatively.
But if we talk intraoperatively, it has to go fast, right?
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up. AutoArt is a new tool that was introduced with MAESTRO 7. And what's nice about AutoArt is that you don't have to do anything to set it up. All you have to do is click measure and it starts. AutoArt automatically captures ECAP measurements fast. And when I mean fast, I mean fast. We can collect all 12 electrodes in terms of ECAP measurements within 90 seconds.
That's super fast. So that's intraoperatively, but what about post-op?
Post-operatively, AutoArt also can be run to not only collect ECAP measurements, but also create an ECAP-based profile map. And by doing this, we use the speed and accuracy of AutoArt, but we use the intelligence of the ArtFit algorithm to create a map.
What's the ArtFit algorithm?
The ArtFit algorithm consists of a lot of different aspects that are looked at amongst the ECAP profile that helps create the best starting map.
That sounds great.
Along with AutoArt as an objective measure, there are other objective measures that we can use in fitting and overall testing.
So are there any other objective measures that you can do with MAESTRO?
Absolutely. First of all, there is stapedial reflex that you can do, stapedial reflex testing, ESRT. You also can do EABR, auditory brainstem response testing, and now with MAESTRO, you can do middle and late latency response testing. Now, the reason why late latency response testing is so important is now you can really measure all the way up to the auditory cortex to make sure that the stimulation that you're providing is hitting the auditory centers of the brain.
That sounds fantastic.
It is.
Can you guide us through a fitting session?
Absolutely. So just as with intra-op, we choose post-operative session. And again, you can see that there is a step-by-step workflow here. You can see with your impedance measurements, if you need to run them, the software will highlight to tell you that it needs to be ran. If you've already run the measurement, it will show you the results. The other aspect that's very nice is it will quickly show you what you might have already stored in the processor, all right here on one screen.
So that's a really nice overview again.
Absolutely. And when it comes to creating a map, creation of a map is very fast and easy. There are a lot of tools that can help with not only creating of a map, but also making adjustments to a map. In fact, one of the changes that we've made with Maestro is based on your feedback. Your feedback as clinicians and audiologists in the field. And that is that now you can make changes to the overall map loudness right here from this session screen. You can do it unilaterally, or even better, you can do it bilaterally. At the same time, I can make adjustments louder or softer to a map.
So it's, again, a lot faster for the clinician in the daily life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Another nice aspect of this, when I say bilaterally, I don't just mean bilateral CIs, a CI on each side. It also can be used for, say, bimodal. If you need to do loudness adjustment between a CI on one side and a hearing aid on the other, it is very easy now to do that loudness balance between a CI and a hearing aid. And if you think about it, MED-EL is in a unique position here with regards to bimodal. We don't need extra fitting formulas or things like this with bimodal because we base our design all on natural hearing. We have long electrodes that give us the most natural pitch. We have coding strategies that incorporate timing information into it. And then we also have loudness in our CI that is based on natural hearing, just like a hearing aid. So in fact, all you need to do is balance between the CI and the hearing aid.
And that's, again, unique to the MED-EL system.
Exactly. So this is one of the big additions that we have made with the new Maestro system.
So is there any other tool that you can offer to clinicians?
Actually, there is. With regards to challenging cases, one of the things that we offer now that is unique to MED-EL is Triphasic Pulses.
What are Triphasic Pulses?
It is a special way of delivering stimulation to patients that may have non-auditory side effects like facial nerve stimulation. And by delivering this stimulation in a special way, we can give these patients that may not be able to use their audio processor because of the facial nerve stimulation, now we can offer not only for them to use it, but use it at a louder level that's most comfortable for them.
That sounds amazing.
It is. We also now are able to record cochlear microphonics, or known as ECOG. We can record these electrically and acoustically, and this is another tool that could be used to investigate what's happening with the auditory nerve.
So earlier we heard about the Sonnet 2. Can you guide us through what's new with Sonnet 2 in MAESTRO 8?
Absolutely. We heard from clinicians in the field that they wanted to be able to make changes easily to not only loudness, as we've shown you, but also some of the front-end settings, such as directionality. So now, with all the new features of Automatic Sound Management 3, you can make all the changes to those front-end features all from the session view. By just simply clicking, I not only will see how things are set up on both sides, but I can quickly make a change to any of the front-end features, such as the new ambient noise reduction that helps with the annoyance of steady state sounds like fan noise, or the transient noise reduction that can help with loud sounds such as glasses shattering, or the wind noise reduction, which we've had already out and works very well. You can make changes to all these parameters very easily by just clicking on this session view.
Earlier we talked about the data logging.
Yes.
Can you show us that as well?
Absolutely. The data logging we have now enhanced significantly. Not only can you see what the program usage or what the overall processor usage was, like what you could see with the Sonnet, but now you also can look at different environments that a patient may be in, different input levels, or how they might be using various accessories.
So sounds like Maestro 8 is both easy to use and packed full of useful tools.
Exactly. We want to do everything in our power to make the software as easy to use and to help clinicians throughout their day. And as you can see, Lucas, we have tried to incorporate all the feedback that we get from clinicians in the field, because they're the ones that not only use the software, but know the software the best. So Maestro 8, we're very, very excited to bring it to the field and let everyone enjoy all the great tools it has to offer.
Well, thank you very much for guiding us through Maestro 8, Jen.
Thanks, Lucas.
And thank you very much for joining us today. And I hope you are as excited as we are for the things to come.